こまで習得した？
レベル80ですわ。
レベル 80？
ほう、期待以上だな。約束通り学園への入学を認めよう。それと君に頼みがある。アリシアよ、キャザーリズの監視役を頼まれてくれないか。
キャザーリズの。
This is what I'm here for with I'll Become a Villainous, and I think that episode 3 was so good. Episode 1 was a little like shaky, you know what I mean? It was an okay showing of what the show could be. Episode 2 had that no he didn't moment at the end with like he did this little grown little boy kiss this little baby girl? He sure did. Episode 3 I thought was really good. Not only did we get Alicia aged up at the end of the episode, so she's now 13. I would have liked to see 15, but hey, 13 acceptable, I guess. So she's now 13. So we got an age up, we got a time skip, we got her reaching level 80, which is insanity. So we got that. We got her getting a confidant or a follower with this kid. I think the kid's name is Gil. McGillicuddy. I think this kid's name is Gil. So we got Gil, a brand new follower. He's an intellectual. He's gonna be someone who's really gonna help, you know, Alicia out. He owes her a lot. Blind guy hasn't died, which is huge. Because I was like, he's gonna be a really important person under her tutelage, subject tree, whatever you want to call it. Like I can see him being a big important piece in her puzzle, in her pool. So he hasn't died yet, so that's really good. So we got that kind of solidified for us. I was like, okay, those are 1, 2, 3 big wins. We got her as being this divergent, which is just somebody who could awaken their powers younger than 13. She thought that this Liz girl was the divergent because she's the heroine, but no, she was actually the divergent, which is what I thought originally as well too. But she got trained by her dad and by one of the other top 5 family member people in. So she trained her magic, and she's now going to be a cornerstone to the kingdom. She got more trust within the king. The king assigned her to be a watcher of this Liz girl, which I really just think it means like, kind of like what I assume, like if you know how you have like in the old like Chinese typed, fantasy settings, or like the old school, like very what do you call it, like political settings where a king had like his concubines, but then their concubines had like a handmaiden. That's what I imagine that they're trying to get her to be. Basically, they want her to be Liz's number 2 and kind of like be your, you know, that's what I'm guessing. If not, it literally means, I think watcher might be literal, and it might literally mean like become really good friends with her, become besties, keep a close eye on her, like, you know, monitor her, report back to us. It could literally be like a literal thing. So it's one of those 2 avenues, is like be like her secondary person, like be like her handmaiden type deal, or it could be like watch the bitch, you know what I mean? Like, it could be like that. I'm not really sure yet on what it's going to be, but I think it's one of those two things. But again, really good stuff. We also, what else did we get this episode? Oh, the only thing that we were missing is she did put out an idea to see that Liz girl perform at their school event or whatever, and her mana went ballistic. They were able to get it really under control, but it did go ballistic. But we never got to see the actual event occur, so that's kind of a sour note. But the trade-off was we got her, you know, powered up and leveled up and stuff. And the last thing is we get to see her over and over and over again be the villainess, right? She was talking to that Gil kid, and she was like, I'm the villainess. And he's talking to the blind guy like, what is this? What is she? She's like, she's weird, but she has a good heart. Like, you know, they don't even take her serious. She's like, I'm the villainess. I'm the villain. She's like, yeah, she's so cute. And I was like, that's just such a cute thing, because she's playing a persona, you know, she's playing the embodiment of what she imagines a villain to be. But the reality is, like, if you're genuinely a good person, even if you try to be a villain, it's just going to come off as cute or, in some cases, very intellectual for her, right? Like, she has a lot of political things, like, you know, go use this country, go use these things to better our empire. And yeah, it is a little bit villainy, but that's how politics actually work, right? It's like like, you know, the United States doesn't just give money to some other country because it's out of their good heart. No, they gave money to a country that can't pay us back. So now they have that stronghold over them, that power over them. So that's really just how politics work. So yeah, she's being villainy, but it's just how politics works, which just makes her an intellectual, and it makes her somebody you want to confide in and you want to have around in your corner and stuff. So it's like, okay. So anyway, I just really enjoy her being a villain because it doesn't really come off as villainy. And even when she tried to push that Liz girl away, the Liz girl just pushed harder and she got stuck with her. She got stuck with answering 99 questions, and she couldn't get her off of her. So even her villainy turned back on her. So again, I'll Become a Villainess, episode 3, fantastic. I loved everything about it. I know I'm missing a few key things that happened within the episode, like her moment at school, like the very, very normal girls that you would imagine in like an Otome game being in the background. The kid seeing her use powers for the first time and what that means. Her brother and the other girl flirting. You know, like there's some things I missed. Okay, but overall the episode is fantastic. I think this was a 9 out of 10 episode. This was a really, really great episode of I'll Become a Villainess. So yeah, it's gonna go down in its history as a fantastic episode, and hopefully it keeps this pacing going. And I think maybe now that she's aged up a little bit, I think it will. My only concern of her being aged up a little bit is more love, interest, and options, as I kind of like just seeing her being this big bumbling buffoon of a villain. So we'll see what we get. But yeah, this episode, fantastic. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. I'll see you guys next week, my friends. Peace.